Welcome back, guys. This is AGDQ. We just saw an amazing run by Linkus for Wind Waker HD. Next up is Super Metroid. But we're going to go ahead and have a quick word from our sponsors.
Many people are unaware of the link between viruses and cancer. HPV, hepatitis B, and hepatitis C can cause at least 7 types of cancer.
总的来说，预防总比治疗强了。
Because of the generous support of Awesome Games Done Quick, the Prevent Cancer Foundation was able to launch Think About the Link, a multi-year national education campaign. The foundation has held community outreach events in target cities across the U.S. in order to educate both healthcare professionals and patients about the ways to avoid HPV, hepatitis B, hepatitis C, and ultimately prevent cancer. As an increasing number of communities become aware of virally induced cancers, more people will take action to reduce their risk of developing the disease.
From one cancer survivor standing up here, thank you and keep up the good work, because there's a lot of us that are depending on everything that y'all do in this room.
All right, welcome back, guys. I'm going to do my best to go through as many donations as possible. You guys are doing absolutely amazing, sending so many in. So we have a $1,500 donation from Germ128. That's a lot of money. He says, "Hoy, 10 must save the underground and give hugs." $100 from Sabuko. "Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but I'm just a fairy, so listen, maybe. Let's save the frames and kill the animals. And congratulations for breaking the record." Congratulations to everyone. You guys are all breaking the record as we speak. It's absolutely amazing. $500 from AGD Crew 166. "Hoy, Team 10, pay for college." That's a lot of months. Heart AGDQ. $150 from Kevin88. "Felt like setting a donation record, though I'm sure by the time anyone sees this, it'll get broken again. Let's save the animals for once." $150 from Kid. "I have a few of my cheap friends covered, but the rest of you throw $5 at the screen so we can hit that 2 million and crush cancer." $135 from Backzoid. "First time donating, here's to 2 million. $100 from Scar. "Anyone in the audience gonna do a push-up as well?" All right, guys, we're ready to throw it over to the interview with the Undertale runner, TGH.
All right, welcome back to Awesome Games Done Quick 2017. I am Darkman. With me here, as always, Sent. Welcome, Sent.
Always glad to be here.
We have a special guest today. I have TGH, who is doing the run of some game called, hold on, let me read this here. Undertale, is that correct?
What is that again? Say that again.
Undertale?
Never heard of it, honestly.
No. We'll figure that out. Don't worry about it. So, TGH, welcome.
Thanks.
And well, welcome. I mean, you must be feeling a little bit excited. How do you feel for your upcoming run, the finale of AGDQ?
It's exciting. It's really exciting. Yeah, it's a little nerve-wracking, but you know, it's. I feel like after the first 5 or so minutes, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Just getting used to the atmosphere,
Sure.
the you know, the everything.
Mhm.
So.
Absolutely.
Yep, looking forward to it.
Sure. So, kind of talk to me about like Undertale, because you know, obviously everybody knows Undertale and you know its emotional impact on its story, and you know how much it's touched the lives of so many people. You know, it's had such a big impact on people's lives, but it's actually a really good speed game. So, kind of talk to me like Undertale is a speed game.
It definitely is. I mean, like when you think of RPG speedruns, I mean, you think of a lot of RNG, you think of a lot of grinding, you think of just a lot of like, just elements that like exactly that, just grinding RNG.
Right.
Undertale, there is less than 40 seconds of RNG in that speedrun. It's very atypical of your RPG speedrun or your average RPG speedrun. Basically, it's just there's a lot of tech involving. I won't go too far into it right now. I'll save that for later. But yeah, so there's a lot of tech involving a certain item that you get in Waterfall, and you use that to frame and pixel perfectly, skip cutscenes. Like a lot of the tricks are frame perfect, just a bunch of them, and it's actually a pretty technical run. But the thing is, yeah, just getting through this first 22, 23 minutes to get to it, and then after that just takes off.
Sure.
Yep.
So kind of talk to me, like, how did you get into speedrunning Undertale? Because obviously I'm sure you had a casual playthrough of it, like most of us. But then, what is it that drew you into this game?
Well, it's funny because I played it casually for the first time. I don't know. Well, not too far after it came out, like maybe November, no, not November, like early October-ish.
Sure.
And at the time, I already speedrun Pokemon Red. Pokemon Red was the first speedrun I ever learned. And tried to actually properly learn and play instead of speedrun. And someone in my chat was just jokingly, hey, you should speedrun this. And I was like, that's actually not that bad of an idea. I'll try it. And I tried it and just kind of never looked back. Worked at it, got addicted to it. And
Sure.
Yep.
Awesome. So, I mean, obviously, many people with a game like this, they may say, why are you speedrunning this game? It takes away from the storyline. It takes away from the emotional impact. But obviously this must be really rewarding for you to speedrun this game.
It is. At the end of the day, it is just a game. And one of the main focuses on just one of the main what do you call it? I'm not sure how to phrase it, but one of the main things that Undertale pushes as a game is the fact that games have that sort of replay value. You can do whatever you want in a game, and speedrunning is just part of that. So it is definitely rewarding, very rewarding speedrun, absolutely.
Right. Now, I know many people in chat may be aware of this, and of course on our social media channels, but for a time period after Undertale was released, it couldn't get into GDQ.
Yeah.
Toby Fox, the creator of Undertale, did not want it. But now he kind of said, okay, it's been a long time since it's been out, so now it's time. I mean, kind of talk to me about that time period where, for the longest time, you just weren't sure if you guys were ever going to be able to showcase this run at a GDQ.
Well, I don't think we ever thought that way. I don't think we ever thought that, we weren't ever going to be able to showcase it. We were kind of certain that wasn't the case, but we're certainly glad their time has come. But yeah, it was very frustrating come SGDQ, especially it was right during the time of submissions where we found out we couldn't submit it anymore.
Right.
And it was it's understandably so.
Of course,
it was within a year of the game coming out. It's a very story-heavy, spoiler-heavy game,
Absolutely.
and it's just. But again, we're glad to finally have our shot.
Right.
Yep.
And now here you are, the finale game. I mean, you
Go
said...
figure, right?
Go figure.
Seriously.
Yeah, who would have thought? This isn't a popular game, right? I mean, you said this is your first GDQ, and now your first GDQ you've ever attended, you have the finale game. Is that kind of... Do you think that... Does that feel a little bit more special to you, or...?
I don't know. Honestly, it does feel very special. I'm very honored.
Right.
Very, I feel very, just very lucky. I really do. And, yeah, just very, very lucky to be here, very happy to be here.
Absolutely.
It's been a great week.
Yeah. Now, of course, everybody at home is familiar with our fantastic Super Metroid incentive, Save or Kill the Animals, which of course is very close. Save is in the lead, kill the animals. But in any case, Undertale kind of has its own little cute incentive like Super Metroid. It has the Comfort and Shun, the final boss.
Yes.
So kind of talk to me about that one. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Shun has a pretty nifty, benefit to it.
Yeah, it saves 22 seconds over comforting, so
Yeah.
keep that in mind.
Yeah?
So how much does killing the animals save? Like what? Just a couple seconds?
I want to say it's like 10 to 15 seconds. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Well, Comfort Shun, the final boss, is pretty much the same thing in my view. It saves 22 seconds. It's just a simple menu, to not comfort the final boss, and it saves a lot of time. So, yeah.
Guys, Comfort's ahead by $20,000. That's not that much. Guys, all you people donating for Kill right now, you better be donating for Shun once Undertale starts, because we need to save those 22 seconds. We're speedrunners here, folks. Come on. All right. So we got a couple Twitter questions, and by a couple I mean like 20.
Sure.
So all right, let's go. Rapid fire. Here we go.
Let's go.
All right. So first question: favorite character in the game?
Naps the book.
Easy.
Yep.
All right.
Good choice.
Next one. We have. How easy is it for people to pick up this game as a speedrun?
It's very easy, actually. I'd like to shout out Rambu, who's actually on the couch. He made a bunch of guides for all the main categories for Undertale. Very easy to learn, very comprehensive guide along with video tutorials too. Pictures, everything. You guys can very easily learn. It's speedrun.com/Undertale.
Cool. All right. Next question. What is your favorite skip in the Undertale run?
We like to call it Undyne, and without getting too much into it, you're supposed to battle Undyne in 3 or 4 cycles, depending on whether you're lucky in your casual playthrough. It's either 3 or 4. We do Undyne in 1 cycle, and we skip a cutscene as well during it. So yeah, it's the hardest skip in the run, like pretty much without a doubt.
Cool.
And yeah, it's definitely my favorite skip.
Awesome. All right. Next question. What got you into speedrunning Undertale? I know you kind of brought that up a little bit.
Yeah, just like. I don't know. I was a speedrunner before. Like I had gotten into speedrunning before that, and you know, I guess nowadays too, I play a game and I basically go over the prospect of speedrunning in my head as I'm playing it, as I'm playing it casually. And I guess there was a little bit of a blooming speedrunning, burning desire to do it as I was playing it. So
awesome. All right. Next question. How many attempts did it take you to beat the Genocide Run final boss for the first time?
I think the final tally was over 70. Yeah.
Wow.
But granted, I didn't have that many healing items. I think I had like 2 or 3 healing items going into it.
Fair enough.
But it's a lot different now, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd imagine. All right. Which run is your personal favorite? True Pacifist or Genocide?
True Pacifist, definitely. Yeah, Genocide, I mean, not to take anything away from Genocide, but it's just not quite the run that True Pacifist is, honestly.
Sure.
True Pacifist, I believe, is the best showcase of the game, period. Especially to show at a marathon.
Cool.
Yep.
All right, the hard-hitting questions. What is your favorite color?
Blue. Sky blue.
Nice.
Yes.
Excellent choice.
All right, and next question. Does Undertale still hold its emotional impact for you?
It does every once in a while, yeah. It's like if I want it to, it definitely does.
Yeah.
It's, I wish it held a little more still, but, you know, it's with any other game you play, like, repetitively and, like, just really often. It's, it has lost a little bit of it, but, you know, I think it just goes to show how powerful the game Undertale is that I still feel that every once in a while.
Sure. That's pretty good.
Yep.
All right. Next question. Hey, TGH, what got you into speedrunning?
Hey, Indiana Joe. What got me into speedrunning? I don't know. Like, I just, I would credit, like, honestly, a bunch of Pokemon speedrunners. Shoutouts to guys like Worcester, Shenanigans, guys I used to watch a lot of at GDQs and stuff, and I saw Shenanigans, shout out PokemonSpeedruns.com, and went there. Learned the Pokemon Blue No Save Corruption run. Was bad at it for a while, still am, and but yeah, that basically got me started on it. Cool. And yep.
All right, the hard-hitting question: should Spike Vegeta do more push-ups during your run?
We'll have to create some sort of deal with that.
I agree. What do you think? Do you think 1.9? Do you think 2 million?
If we reach 2 million, he's got to do 50.
Oh. I think Spike was saying yes, I would do it. Thank you, Spike. We appreciate it. Okay, next question. With so many fans who love this game in general, do you think there could be an Undertale 2 sequel?
I don't really see any evidence of Toby's desire to really, and by Toby I mean Toby Fox, by the way, creator of Undertale, if you don't know.
Yep.
I don't see any evidence of his desire to really create a sequel to the game. I mean, like, not that he couldn't follow it up, but I'm not sure if it's worth following up, honestly.
All right. And the last Twitter question from Bubbles. Do you run any other games?
Yes. I run Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DX as well. I ran VVVVVV or V6 for a while. What else? I run Pokemon Red as well. Still run 80% glitchless, even though I'm still bad at it. Yeah, that's it for my main games.
Yeah. And by the way, he's being very modest. He's actually the world record holder in Link's Awakening DX and Link's Awakening, so he's pretty good at other speed games as well.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. All right. So that's all the questions I have. Sen, did you have any other questions?
I did actually.
Yeah?
I actually really love Undertale. It's a game that really resonated with me. What's your favorite part of the soundtrack?
Hopes and Dreams, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Battle Against a True Hero and Reprise are close seconds. But yeah.
All very strong choices. I can definitely agree with those. And last, I think you touched about it a little, but does having the finale run in a marathon really mean anything special to you? Like,
it definitely does. Yeah. I mean, it goes. It's it's there for a reason. I'm guessing, and it really means a lot to. It means a lot to the community as much as it does to me that we've been given this kind of spotlight, and it's really unbelievable to think that that we have this opportunity to show the world that we are a good community, we're a good speed run.
Sure.
So
awesome.
Mm-hmm. One final question for you. Can we look forward to some bad puns during the run?
Maybe not for me. I'm not good at making bad puns.
How about Spike Vegeta? How about for 1.9 mil, will Spike Vegeta make bad puns?
I think we can leave it up to the donators, honestly, to make some bad puns.
I hope they'll follow through.
We can do that.
Also, donators donating for Shun the Goat, I'm hoping.
Shun the Goat. All right. Well, thank you very much, TGH. And Sen, you got some prizes to show off. What do we got?
I got some prizes. So we have Super Metroid coming up. Super Metroid is always amazing every GDQ run I see. And the prizes we have for Super Metroid this year are also amazing. So first up, we have this lovely crocheted figure from Happy Stitch. This thing is pure yarn all the way through.
That is fully stitched.
That is fully stitched.
That's awesome.
Amazing Samus. That's going to be a $10 minimum during Super Metroid. We have these lovely, very large, in fact, they're so large I'm going to show them one at a time. These,
Sure.
Lovely Metroid Perlers here from Darhinian.
We're going to have our good friend TGH, put this right next to his little collector's edition.
I think if you guys want to stack those up over there.
Do that. Perfect.
Speaking of saving or killing the animals, we actually, have one of our little animal friends here. Right now, we're going to kill him, guys. Don't kill him. Oh,
see ya.
He's close. He's on the edge. Be careful with that.
Ooh, that looks sweet.
I just knocked something over. Our good friend Peter sends us this awesome metal print of a Metroid. Like
cool.
This is on. Hopefully you can see the back here. Yeah, it's just printed solid on metal. It looks so great. It's really stunning.
Awesome.
Super cool. I believe that's a $15 minimum.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Wow.
We're gonna put it right here, somewhere. Don't worry about it.
Might have to make a little room.
We got this.
We
need more room.
we might need a little more room.
Oh.
So, our good friend Dazima made not only one, but two special prints for Metroid for us.
Right. That's pretty
I'm a
good.
really big fan of the
Nice.
SR388 one as a Metroid.
Yeah.
That's
Excellent.
really cool in my eyes.
TGH, I'm gonna borrow your assistance. Just hold that up for me.
Sure.
Thank you, dude.
I'm sorry, guys, because they just keep getting bigger and bigger.
They just keep getting bigger and bigger.
It's a good thing, though.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
I'm gone.
Apostolic Paladin sends us this lovely Perler scene from Super Metroid. I'm not sure where you're going to find room for it, Dark Fan, but I know you'll make a way.
You know what? We'll find a way.
Last but not least, I have to unwrap this one. It's a little
You want me to do something with that?
a little messy sometimes.
Nah, we'll just go with it.
Okay.
So our good friend Mary Contrary, she did this amazing wood-burned wood-burned Mega Man for us last year, and she got in touch with me and she was like, I think I stepped my game up a little bit, and she made this just unbelievably detailed Samus.
Whoa.
It's pretty sick.
That is pretty sick.
So, Sen, while people are donating to kill the animals right now, how much does it cost to win these prizes?
Oh, sure thing. So the metal print, as well as the plushie and the wood burning are all $15 minimums, and everything else I've shown is 10, I believe.
Sweet.
But as always, you can check GamesDoneQuick.com, head over to the tracker, and you'll find all of the specific information on prizes and the couple of runs that are left in the schedule. Getting kind of close to the end now. And
absolutely.
While we're talking about prizes real quick, I just wanted to remind everyone that the Bandai Namco prize pack is still going, and that's actually going till the end of the marathon. It's $125, and I know That sounds like a lot, but you get all of these great collector's editions you see on this table, plus a ton of stuff you don't, and this amazing jacket. This is a one of a kind. Well, it's 1 of 10, but I mean, realistically,
that's pretty close to one of a kind.
It's pretty close. You ever gonna see another one?
You can't buy that.
You certainly can't.
So guys, just look at it this way, right? You don't need to worry about how much it costs to donate to win these, because if you just donate $125, you're entered to win everything here.
Indeed, and our grand prize.
And our grand prize. What's our grand prize again, sir?
Our grand prize is a PlayStation 4 Pro, along with a PlayStation VR kit, a camera, Move controllers, and 10 PlayStation VR games.
That's a pretty sick grand prize, not gonna lie.
So it's a lot of great stuff. And you know what? Darkman, can you believe we've almost hit $1.7 million?
That's insane. Guys, we're way past our AGDQ 15 goal, but we're not done yet. Listen, $2 million, guys. $2 million. Can you think about that? The first GDQ ever, we could raise $2 million. Let's do it, guys. You can win these fantastic prizes that we just talked about. You can shun some animal. You can shun the goat. You can, kill the animals. Come on, guys. Let's make it happen. All right. Well, with that said, I think we covered everything, Sen. So thank you very much, Sen, as always.
Always great to be here, Darkman.
TJH, thank you very much for your time, and
Thank
good
you.
luck in your run.
Thanks for having me.
Yes,
Thank you.
And we're going to throw it over to the host for a few announcements.
Oh, thank you very much, Darkman. This is Butters BB. I will be your host for the evening. Thank you very much to everyone for your continued donations. You guys have proven to be substantially exceeding expectations. Thank you very much, everyone. For instance, thank you very much to Akusai for the $2,500 donation. This goes to Kill the Animals, since it's currently behind and I like close races. Well, you say that, Akusai, but about that. Before I talk a little further on that, let's read some other major donations. Let's see here. Thank you very much, Steve Lynn, for the $1,000 donation. I'm alive today thanks to early detection. Just celebrated 5 years cancer-free. Save the animals. Very good, very good. I'm glad you've been doing well for yourself, Steve Lynn. Thank you very much, Igor, for the $1,000 donation. Thank you for running the event and giving me the chance to help. Also, thanks to my roommate for telling me about it. I've been enjoying a lot watching the stream. Ganbatte kudasai. Yes, thank you very much, Igor. Those are all very big donations. Now, here's an unfairly big donation. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you very much to the Yete. I'm sorry. Well, no thank you for that, but thank you to the Yete, or the Yeti, for the $10,000 donation. Hey all, Yeti here. So we've now officially doubled our largest amount raised for a single GDQ event at 121,000 raised. Thank you so much for all your support. Can we put this donation of $10,000 as the following: $2,500 to kill, $3,750 to save, and $3,750 to kill. Balance. Balance has been restored. The fate of the animals now lies with you, GDQ. Good luck and dear force. Just a quick update. Now, Save the Animals and Kill the Animals is fluctuating like by the minutes. Like when I looked over here a minute ago, it was complete opposite, but right now, Save the Animals is at $317,802.37. Kill the Animals is at $317,491.52. So Save the Animals is currently ahead by $310.85, which is kind of a drop in the hat at this point, so keep on donating, people. At any rate, our runners seem to be prepared, so we are going to be switching over shortly to a race for Super Metroid 100%.
Thank you.
All right.
I need it.
Are we ready for some Super Metroid, everyone? Let's hear some hype from the audience. Let's give a sound off for some of our runners, our 4 very talented runners in front of us here on my very left. We have new to GDQ, first time in a 100% race here. New blood, but still very, very talented. Looking forward to watching him race. Give it up for Wild Anaconda 69. And then, returning from, if you remember those races, AGDQ 2014, beating out the legendary Zoast. Give it up for returning for more, Ivan. And of course, how could we forget, imported straight from Britain himself, the great behemoth, who last year was the solo, or not last year, but last SGDQ, the solo survivor, and saved me anyway when I was commentating on that race, because I was like, I hope he pulls it through, and he gave me a very nervous breakdown on that race. But nonetheless, I'm looking forward to this runner. Everyone give it up for Behemoth 87. And last but not least, a man who really doesn't need introduction, but, you know, he's almost like a father to the community, I guess, in a way.
Grandfather.
He's the old man.
Grandfather.
And
Going there already.
I distinctly remember him saying earlier this week that all he wants out of this race is to beat Ivan. So remember that as you're watching the race. Nonetheless, everyone give it up for our very own Zoasty. I'm looking forward to this. Are all the runners ready? Are you guys ready to go? All right. Good luck to the runners. Let's start our countdown. In 5. Oh, sorry.
Wait.
Hold it. Oh. we got. He's trying to get a head start.
He doesn't need it.
All right. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! All right. And again, please keep donating to Save and Kill the Animals. As the host Butters read off earlier, the totals are like neck and neck right now. So please donate to Save the Frames, I beg of you. But no, really, please donate to help the charity as well. But please kill the animals. The cutoff for Save and Kill the Animals, if you're wondering, when Mother Brain 3, when her head hits the ground, for whoever gets there first, that's what will count. We'll check the donation totals, and that's what the runners will do.
So getting out of Ridley here, you can either get your health below 30 or shoot him 100 times. And obviously, shooting him 100 times would take quite a long time compared to just lowering your health.
Did everyone just get 82s? Oh, okay. Yeah, 100 times is actually, I remember Wild Anaconda actually recently did a no damage task, and it was just amazing watching him have to shoot Ridley 100 times, because that's the only way to get out of Ridley without taking damage. But Sari Station is like, honestly, I don't even practice Sari Station anymore, because the RNG in Sari Station and dealing with the times is just too much. All right, Behemoth out with a 46, Zoast with a 45. Ivan and Wild just saying, Sari Station, forget you, we're out of here. Look, this is the best part of the run right here. Is Sari Station blowing up, I think.
In the past.
Yeah.
I love you, Moogie.
Well, I was going to comment that Kill the Animals is up $400, but I just looked over and now Save the Animals is up $1,200.
Wow.
That's because you said save kill, not just kill. I'm putting this solely on you, Stray.
Look, you know, I make mistakes. I'm only human. Come on. All right, so our runners are now off the ship. We're going in. This is 100% item completion, so you'll be hearing the awesome, like, you never get tired of ever hearing the item fanfare. 100, and I'm gonna play the anaconda here. 101 times. You hear it the extra time because you pass by the critters and they're also playing the item fanfare. But as for how much time over the course of the entire run that this is going to add up, every fanfare is 400 frames long. And so it adds up to somewhere around 11-something minutes of this entire run. You're going to sit here and looking at the screen saying, oh, they got that item.
So if you're familiar with Super Metroid speedruns, the first roughly 7 minutes of the game between nearly every category, save for a few niche ones, it's pretty much the same, save for a few movement variations, such as on Behemoth's screen in particular, you'll see him do a slightly different construction zone strategy than most people do. Loving it a little bit, and climb as well once he gets there.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of the different runners do different strategies throughout the run. It's really cool seeing. There's no right or wrong way. I mean, well, there is a wrong way. I mean, but you get what I'm saying. Everyone has their own little styles, their own choice of what strategies, small strategies they use, and so you'll see people do stuff differently, just ever so slightly.
Right. It's pretty much what you weigh to be the best mix of consistency and speed. What you, on average, will do the fastest every time through the room in a RTA environment.
So we didn't introduce each other on the couch right here, so...
Well, I'm not on the couch. But I'm Overfiend.
That's fair. You're okay. So, Overfiend, I'm Traveris.
DBX.
And I'm Dingus.
And... So you see, this is one of the things we were talking about right here. You see Behemoth making the climb different from anyone else. He has his own little ledge grab strats. He goes up ledge grabbing the platforms while everyone else is on the right side of the room while jumping up. Now, is this the part where we get BT skip, right?
If only.
Very possible.
Very possible.
Let's see if anybody gets it here.
I'm excited. He didn't even go for it. Oh my gosh.
Fiddle and Coon have got it.
Tisk tisk.
All right. Nobody got it. Oh, okay.
Turns out it's impossible on NTSC.
Oh, NTSC, man. I thought we were playing on PAL. The bomb trees are the very first mini-boss fight that you ever do. They wanted to make sure to kill Bomb Chorizo in a way that if you shoot him in such a way that if he takes so much damage, eventually his head will blow up, and it just takes longer to have to kill him that happens, so they want to skip that phase entirely, which is generally pretty easy to do.
It looks like Wild took a little bit of damage during the fight, so he's only got 4 missiles. He's going to have to pick one up from one of these enemies down here. It should be okay right by the energy tank.
Yeah, it's really good to leave the Bomb Chorizo with full health here.
Yeah, it's pretty important. Like, you get here and they're gonna, you'll see some runners do different strats. So some will opt, like Behemoth's opting to take damage going through these metal pirates, whereas Zoast was just killing them going through with missiles. And there's reasons for whether or not you're gonna do, you're gonna take the damage or not. Some people want to maintain their health because you're doing other strats later, and they don't care. Others, they don't care about their health going in because, again, it's all about the strat choice.
Yeah, there will be other strats later that Zoast will want that health for.
Exactly. You got Ivan and Wild synced up here, frame for frame. You got the first sequence break of the game here that all our runners are currently doing. Is normally the intended way to go through here is to use Speed Booster to beat those gates out, but it's really easy but doing a mock ball to get underneath the gates.
Cool thing with that D boost is if you're your movement was cleaned up to the super pack, you can just hold the inputs for the boost.
Yeah.
It'll automatically do it.
Best mock ball in the game coming up. Hopefully.
Arguably one of the most difficult. I mean, of the most difficult.
Yeah, this one's definitely difficult coming up here.
All right. See, Zoast and Behemoth matching frame for frame. Oh. Zoast got it though. Wild got it.
Yeah, that'll pull Zoast about 5 seconds ahead of Behemoth.
Yeah. It's very tight. There's a couple different elements to that mock ball. You have to jump through the door at a certain height, certain speed, and then you actually have to hit the mock ball on the other side without going too high. So it's a difficult trick to do. Even the best runners, they don't get it all the time.
Thank you very much, David Seguin, for the $1,000 donation. Here's to the race to 2 million. Spent the last 15 minutes thinking of something to write, but been too busy looking at the stream to think about something smart. This community is awesome. Keep donating till the very end.
You see these runners as they're skipping those missiles that are on the left-hand side there, and they're not forgetting them. They are intentionally passing up because they'll be by here later again, and it's more time efficient to pick them up the second time around because they can lay a power bomb and then go down and get the E-tank. Now runners are going through what we call Green Hills of Brinstar.
It's worth noting now that there's going to be a slight route deviation from Zoast as well. He's going to go and get power bombs early, whilst everyone else is going to go straight down to Kraid.
We were supposed to make him believe he was doing any percentage.
Thank you very much, Somewhat, for the $300 donation. Save the frames, kill the animals.
Keep them coming. It might be pointless to ask, but what's his head now?
Let's see, Save the Animals is currently up $1,198. That could change at any time.
Man. Like, listen, the audience is divided.
Yeah.
Are we going to get split chance?
Right now.
So this route deviation, assuming Behemoth and Zoast play equivalently, is going to make Zoast look over a minute behind at this point in the run for this powerbomb detour. But what this allows him to do is to, when he visits Kraid's Lair for the first time, he can pick up the missile pack behind powerbomb blocks on that visit rather than having to revisit later after Meridia. And it's kind of funny that it actually ends up being almost exactly even, whether you grab them or don't grab them, and it pretty much just comes down to whichever one you perform better in a run.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing Zoast notes. It saves about, what was it, a couple seconds, handful of seconds, maybe, if you do everything correctly.
It's like, at best, like comparing best versus best, it saves about a half second.
Oh,
but
really?
again, it really just does depend on like what strats you're comparing against for every single room involved, and which you perform better. And Zoast feels like he performs early power bombs better, so he grabs them.
All right, we're here at Kraid. Looking for the Kraid quick kill.
Yeah, they're rolling up into a ball here to reduce lag. And they're all position specific.
All right. Successful quick kills from Wild and Behemoth.
Nice.
And Ivan too. And again, Zoast appearing behind, but here's you're going to grab these missiles. And normally, with the other runners, you'll see them pick up these missiles after they're done collecting all the items in Meridia on the way to Lower North Air.
Yeah, he's going to be up here pretty far behind until Rex ship, where that difference sort of gets cut in half. And then once they're out of Meridia, it sort of evens out.
And you're going to see Zoast do a slightly different version of... No, he's his health too low, I'm sorry.
He could take a hit if he wants, but opting not to.
There was a strat recently found on the console. We found a way, because normally Crate has a variable amount of lag when it comes out of the ground, and it has to do with the rocks and I think collision detection and everything.
So the way it works is...
All right, good job.
So when the game's lagging enough, it's sometimes beneficial to have Samus take damage so that she's flashing. When she's flashing from damage, she's only drawn to the screen every other frame, and that reduces lag in certain high-lag situations, such as Kraid emerging from the ground. So there's a Kraid quicker kill, as I like to call it, where you take damage off Kraid spikes as he's emerging, and then sort of shimmy back into position for the quick kill while in morph. Slightly harder than the normal quick kill, obviously.
All right. You can save. How much can it save total if it's properly done?
It depends on how much lag Kraid would give you, and it depends how many spike hits you do, but I would say about a second. Just depends, it's variable.
Unfortunately, you need a fair bit of health to survive that without any suits.
Yeah,
which is why Zoast couldn't go for it.
16 per spike hit, and he could have only done one, so he just decided not to.
All right, I am proud to announce that we have exceeded $700,000 on this bid war.
Wow.
And for what it's worth, right now, Kill the Animals is ahead by a whopping $33.67.
We still have a whole hour to go here. I mean, that's going to go back and forth at least another 50 times.
Actually, it went back and forth again. It's now Save the Animals by $847.53.
That's Alright, so all our runners in here in Norfair now, you see Wild going up to Bubble Mountain, and Ivan's almost on his way there. They're doing a little bit of item collection around here. One of the main things about this route, just about 100% in general, is the route would be very different if it weren't for a single item that's in the wreck ship. That is the reserve tank, which you have to have speed booster in order to get that. And so normally, like if you've watched any percent runs, especially with the newer route, you see that the runners will go to any percent to the wreck ship and kill Fantoon first before they do anything else, really. But they can't really do that here because it'd be a huge time loss, because they can get every item from the wreck ship in the early game except for that reserve tank. So that's why you see that in 100% you see them go into the Norfair and doing the item collection first.
Behemoth got kind of shafted at the end of Bubble Mountain. That Cack attack, which normally they're a near 100% super drop rate, dropped him a big health instead. So he's out of supers and might have to rely on some more luck than usual.
Yeah, runners will usually, oh wow.
Yeah.
For the luck at RNG, please, there we go, 3 supers. Runners usually prefer to farm like twice at that refill station there.
Behemoth actually has a strat for not farming at all and just immediately dropping down after jumping into the room, but obviously with 0 supers, you're not doing that.
Right. You need the ammo at this point, especially as you start going towards Fantoon.
Thank you very much, Kekuman Shoyu176 for the $125 donation. There cannot be a donation with something like this for Super Metroid. Reminder, it takes 26 seconds to save the animals. That's 1,560 frames. Wild Anaconda did the math. So kill the animals. Good luck, have fun to Zoast, Wild, Behemoth, and Ivan. I hope for a reverse Slinky.
So this is another thing Power Bombs lets you do, or lets Zoast do in Norfair, is save additional frames throughout the area. In Speed Booster Room, he used it to basically make the transition shorter. Normally, it was like a recent finding that certain sound effects in the game can add a delay to transitions because it sort of, the game has to clear the sound cue before the transition can progress, and by laying a power bomb there, it cleared out the cue from that like earthquake sound effect that happens when you collect Speed Booster, and that saves about 10 frames over normal movement in that room. And there's just like a handful of little areas that Zoast can save frames along those sort of lines.
It's kind of crazy all the things that we're finding now that just shave off the frames in our run. down to things like that involving the sound. You'll see three of our runners here, Wild Ivan and Behemoth. They've passed up. If you're used to watching 100% runs, you might see people going to Crocomire by this point, but instead, because of the way the route's been changed up recently, or at least as far as what's popularly run, they're actually skipping Crocomire until way later in the run.
Yeah, it also makes like health management a lot more vital, because if you go Crocomire first, you can grab an extra E-tank.
Right.
The runners are only going to have 3 per wreck ship, so they need to be careful during the wreck ship and after it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, MJ33, for the $500 donation. Been watching for a few years and always donate to such a great cause. Lost my mom almost 10 years ago to breast cancer. It's great to see so many people come together. Let's reach $2 million. Hype! Exactly. Thank you very much, Shiny, for the $511 donation. 9 bits for fighting cancer. Let's go for the canon ending and save the animals.
Alright, we see our runners here. Ivan just now doing it. Behemoth did, doing what we call the Alpha Spark, because it's the first Shine Spark we end up doing in the run. And Wild getting stuck in the Summit Eater there.
Yeah, it's at least a 6-second loss when that happens. The floor ones are a bit more forgiving. They're only 3 seconds. Ceiling ones are extremely painful to get trapped into.
And then you stand the risk of falling into the bottom ones as well after they let you go.
A little bit concerned with some of the health counts at the moment. That should be alright. They'll be fine. They're going to pick up some jobs.
You see Ivan, Behemoth, and Wild are pretty much all right next to each other, just a room apart.
Zoast doesn't have to visit this lower power bomb room because he already collected the items in there. So it sort of cuts in half that fake deficit that he's behind by from grabbing them early.
So now it's going to look like Zoast is caught up a fair bit. Very nice speed keep scrap. Not smart, but elusive.
Finally, we get to see the return of Oceanfly.
Oh,
it's been a while.
In the old 100% route. See if Behemoth gets.
If he gets it,
might be good on Behemoth.
Oh, that's because Behemoth's bad.
Oh no. See if Ivan gets it. That looks good, I think.
It does look good.
There it
Nice.
goes.
There you go.
Zoast shaking his head. I think he thinks he was late.
Ah.
There is a bit of an upside to missing it. Like, you're going to end up saving a little bit of health just by doing the Shine Spark on the other side.
Yeah. That is really nice for wreck ship, for sure.
And you can already look and see the difference between the runner's health. Pretty obvious. Now these runners are going to want to pick up these missiles before they go kill Fantoon, because this room is very trivial when the power is off. The spikes don't even do any damage to you. They're not on at all. But when you come back in here when the power is on after you've killed Fantoon, this room is a lot trickier and pretty dangerous.
Okay, so for this fight, Behemoth's going to be using the missile Doppler, but Wild's opting to do X Factors, which were pretty much engineered by the man sitting right here.
That's right. Fantoon kind of not cooperating with Wild there. X Factor's missing. X Factoring Fantoon can be pretty difficult. All right, Wild, the first one, Fantoon, dispatching Fantoon. Behemoth and Zoast killing Fantoon pretty much at the same time. It's really rough too when one of the X Factors missed, because while the X Factor particles are flying around on screen, you can't shoot anything else until they either hit something or go away.
You can leave regular bomb and grapple, but nothing else.
He's got reserves, so he's playing it safe though.
That big health should help.
All right. All right. Awful runner surviving Fantoon. Fantoon does have a reputation. If you've watched any of the previous GDQ races, Fantoon has a very bad reputation.
We don't like Fantoon.
Don't.
Thank you very much On the Branch Gaming for the $125 donation. This is a 100% run, and it wouldn't be 100% without saving the animals. On that note, a quick update. Kill the Animals is currently ahead by $1,367.83.
We got all of our runners that made it to the wreck shipping tank successfully cross the gap. I want to give a shout out to 2Cat for developing the bomb jump strat there. Behemoth tweaked it a little, or well, I suggested him a tweak, which is the IBJ in place to cross over, which helps a little bit at the cost of about 50 frames per bomb. It's a little bit more consistent, the slight loss of frames there.
At this point in the run, the runners really want to be careful about their health management after they pick up the wrecked ship E-Tank, because if they end up with too low health, it's going to spell problems for them later when they try to do Spark or Gauntlet. Zoast took probably more damage than he wanted to, leaving the wrecked ship E-Tank, but I think he'll be okay.
It was a really good ship by Behemoth there.
Yeah, it's the fastest known addict strat.
Thank you, Anonymous, for the $150 donation. Third time watching, first time donating. Always love the marathon, and I am ultra hyped for the Undertale run. Putting this towards the last minute Save the Animals push. Come on, Save crowd. Show me your determination.
Those work robots have a bit of RNG. How fast they fire the rings can determine whether you can get through them or not with the damage boost, or if you have to push them out of the way or wait on them.
It's an awful room because it's so easy for the work robots to troll you because of that. We call it the second worst room in the game, just because because you're probably not going to die in that room, but you're probably going to lose a ton of time if things just don't go your way.
And depending how you try to handle it, you could be sacrificing health that could matter later.
That too.
Because of the sparks. I want to mention, even though it looks like Zoast is keeping up with a couple of the other racers here, because of that early powerbomb detour, he's actually quite a bit ahead of the other racers right now, even though it obviously doesn't look that way.
Keep an eye on Behemoth's screen. He's going to do something a little bit interesting.
Oh yeah, this strat is. How did his jumps look? We'll find out. Those went for the same strat. This is a very difficult strat, and I remember trying it myself, and I think I only got it once after hours of trying.
It's the reason why they Dopplered Fantoon is because they need Spazer on, Wave and Spazer on to do this strat.
Right.
So they can't do the X Factor combo because you have to have only Wave and Charge on to do that. If they did this correctly, there will be 2 robots in pits, and the Chozo statue that's normally there holding the missile pack will be gone. So Behemoth did do it correctly.
Yeah, so that was found by a runner called Reeve, adapted by Behemoth, but that saves an extraordinary amount of time.
Yes. And even getting the 1 robot down, that still saves some time. Very difficult strat to pull off. It's very rewarding. While wall jumping up there to try to conserve health. Make the Shine Spark as short as possible.
Choosing to use some of his reserves now, and the reason they're doing that is for sparks coming up, specifically a spark after grabbing criteria power bombs involving a wraparound shot.
Okay, so quick update. Kill the Animals right now is up $2,396.85.
Falling away.
The save crowd is going to have to start putting in some work. You know, we got about 50 minutes left in the race, so get it in, people. But another thing that's important, there's actually another bid war that is developed recently. I mean, you know, Save and Kill the Animals is a pretty big bid war, but this other bid war is going to come up pretty soon for Undertale, which is Name the Fallen Human. This bid war actually just got pretty interesting because we got a massive donation by some guy named Toby Fox.
No.
Yeah, so thank you very much, Toby Fox, for your $10,000 donation. So, he says, I couldn't be here to watch because I'm traveling, but I hope the run goes well. I thought I was going to get Reed to donate at the end of the run, but I looked at the incentives, and there's just something too important to pass up. Please put this money towards naming the main character, Beppis. So, quick update on that. For naming the Fallen Human in Undertale, Temmie is currently in the lead at $14,791.96. Beppis is in second place at $12,863.91, and Wubby is in third place at $11,604.01. So make sure to get those donations in, people.
So luckily, 3 of our racers got the wraparound shot, which the only way to really tell if you got it is to use an audio cue, which thankfully they could still use. And that spark requires about 230 energy from the cliff. Sort of depends on like where you start on the cliff, but ideally you want at least 230, I'd say, make it all the way. So that's kind of why they were tapping into the reserves there and using the opportunity if they needed to swap beams.
All right, you see one of our runners, I think it's Behemoth, did a different Shine Spark to get up to the power bombs so that he would use less health. Oh. You don't want to fall down there. That's
you know from experience? I guess everybody does.
Well, my experience was a little different. You know, you get going and you forget stuff. All right. All right. Got it.
I haven't had to give the wraparound a few tries.
Yeah. It's pixel perfect position to get your shot in on that, so that you can get the wraparound shot.
Thank you, Anonymous, for the $250 donation. It's not a true 100% run if you don't save the animals. Thank you also from Anonymous for the $500 donation. Save lives, kill the animals.
Oh, no.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think with the way Ivan broke blocks, he wasn't able to take it safe there. And that's going to cost him about a minute.
So he's got two options right now. One, just to go right back around, or just a second to do it later. He's opted to get it out of the way
now. Behemoth's going to be going for a pretty cool strat here. He's going to shoot out the super block, quick drop through, grab the power bombs and jump back out before the crumble block reforms. I like to call it the Mission Impossible.
Nice.
Very nice. During the Brinstar cleanup here, there's a lot of really cool small strats that they use. This one also is really interesting. Just using the blue suit to kill those side hoppers and then immediately turn around and shoot the door open. Previously, runners would use missiles to kill them. Zoast got the Mission Impossible strat too.
Yeah, the cool thing about that strat is with the way you drop down, you can basically buffer an automatic spin jump by holding right and jump.
It's really nice. You just need to set it up, and if you set it up correctly, the next hardest part is doing the wall jump.
Thank you very much, Jeff7, for the $500 donation. My wife and I agree that we should save the frames, kill the animals, and cure cancer. 2 million hype! Also, thank you, Mentrix, for the $2,000 donation. Mentrix says, Zoast, this is for you. Norgum Deer said hi, screw cancer, and screw the frames.
So far, this has looked like a pretty good cleanup by our racers that are in Pink Brinstar.
Also, again, I want to give a shout out to how awesome our donors are. We are now at $1,800,000.
Wow.
Might see Behemoth attempt a bit of a ceiling clip here at the end of this room.
Oh yeah, this is really good. He just showed this to me the other day, and I was like, I didn't.
He says it's about 50-50. We'll see if he wins. You might saw Samus's head poke out.
Yeah, you saw Samus's head there. Almost made it.
That power bomb opens the door later when they clean up Retro Brinstar.
I'm looking forward to reverse linking.
Same.
From all four runners.
At the same time.
At the same time, that's right.
Thank you very much to the General for your very generous $10,000 donation. Now, he has not left a comment, but he did leave it towards naming the fallen human in Undertale Wubby. So now Wubby is in the lead at $21,654.01, followed by Temmie at $14,791.96, and Beppis at $13,418.91. Also, on a completely unrelated note, Save the Animals is currently ahead, $959.90.
Behemoth and Zoast both blockbusting their way out of Brinstar and into Meridia. First try, Meridia Main Street missile, short charge from Behemoth.
Now, Behemoth seems to have pulled ahead as far as it appears, but keep in mind that he's still going to have to go pick up the Kraid missiles while Zoast has already done that. So I imagine Zoast is still ahead by a little bit here.
Yeah, about 25, give or take.
All right. I always thought those missiles were like very cheekily hidden. I think those, growing up when you're playing the game, those are the missiles I always ended up missing.
Yeah, I don't think most people are aware of this, but the way you find those missiles isn't by X-ray, because I don't think X-ray actually reaches. That tile is actually a little bit different in its appearance on the wall compared to the rest of the wall.
Yeah, it has like.
Now it doesn't really make it much easier to find casually, but that's the difference there.
Before going on to Botwoon and Dragon, there is a small amount of Meridian cleanup. It's not too much, though. You see Behemoth heading up into, what do we call the room with the missile and super repair?
I'm not sure. I don't really call it anything.
Oasis.
Oasis?
That's right. Sounds right.
I think we have, it sounds like Waluigi's now doing the item fanfares.
So this room Zoast is entering, I believe, called the beach. That a spiked enemy on the ground is a little bit of RNG. You can sort of read what pattern it is once you first cross over it and determine whether you can just freely run and not get hit by it, or whether you should short charge and kill it.
Yeah, those enemies are really annoying. It's hard to, I find it hard to manipulate them. If you get a consistent strat, then it's no problem.
So if Wild knows, he probably needs to 2-tap to kill it, because he's probably going to get hit by it. Oh, he jumped over it. Yeah. Well, he was aware.
So Zoast or Behemoth, I'm sorry, is heading into Botwoon.
So we're going to want to be quiet for them as they use this music audio cue.
All right. Very clean one round. You got the RNG pattern you wanted. That's probably the best pattern that Botwoon can give you.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice, full halfie. And be quiet, please.
Yeah.
All right, you got it. All right, Zosk also got the one round. There are other setups for that, but we want to make sure that the runners have the option of using the audio cue in case they do use it.
Yeah, I think both of them ended up using a different cue than the audio. So if you watched last event featuring Behemoth, you probably know what's coming.
I remember the first time seeing this, and it was like, I thought I was watching some kind of dance.
It's the rain dance.
Dragon is, not cooperating at all. Man. Oh. I see Zoast get a spike suit there.
Behemoth getting blue at the end of that fight, and Wild unfortunately missing full halfie. We'll see how Zoast fares.
Yeah, see if he wins the lottery here.
No, but punishing Dragon appropriately on that swoop. And
there we
finishing.
Go. Very nice.
And another spike suit. So the benefits of that suit over blue suit are that it lets you run as opposed to walking. If Behemoth was running while he was blue, he would immediately lose it and lose the ability to use that charge. when you have a spike suit, which is just a different, like a variation of Shine Spark suit, it lets you run because it's sort of like you have an active Shine Spark charge the entire time, even though you can't see it.
Yeah, you see, it's just activated out of nowhere there. And there's one other place in the run that they're going to carry a spike suit. The rest of the collection in the Norfair? What? Meridia. Apparently can't. We're in water, and I think we're in Norfair. I don't know what's going on.
Wild a little early with his moving forward a charge of spark. It gets like read a little bit wrong on that second cycle.
Opting to kill Dragon with missiles.
He's gonna try to get spike suit.
Spike's just a pretty difficult trick. So you'll see runners opt to pick up a little different order for some of the items in Meridia. Usually it's the only difference is the energy tank because they come back through the energy tank that's right after bot wound. And I'm also getting one round bot wound, very nice.
Here we have the route defining trick. Behemoth's take on it. Looks good.
Very nice. That ice clip into spring ball is pretty much the defining reason for this route.
Zoast attempt. Looks good still.
He got it.
Wow.
Wow.
Nice
recovery.
They make it look so easy.
He does. Yeah. It's not fair. That's getting the ice clip is very hard to get consistently. At least unless you're just one of these four, it's impossible in my opinion.
Oh, so Wild went to do a speed keep with his blue suit so he could drop for those speed blocks. But he managed to lose the suit just as he rolled over the first one. If he hadn't have jumped out of the hole, he would have soft locked the game.
Yeah, those speed blocks regenerate, so Dingus is right. He would have had a speed blocker generate above him and wouldn't have been able to get out. So, luckily that's not the case.
All right, now you see Behemoth here picking up Spring Ball. And the Spring Ball, you're going to see some pretty amazing Spring Ball strats for the rest of the run.
That's why it's the best item in the game.
It really is. Ivan getting blue suit, Dragon going for spike suit. Now, as long as he doesn't hit run when he's going for spike suit, these attempts are free.
He got it.
He got it.
I think Ivan being the only person to get the Dragon Lotto and finishing her off cleanly.
Behemoth going through the Cassius room right now.
Thank you very much, Anonymous, for the $35 donation. I asked my girlfriend and she said, save the animals. She is confused.
And in case anybody was wondering, no, there's no known way to skip all the sand in front of Shack Tool inbounds, but we can skip the last 2 tiles of sand by manipulating a snail to move through them for us, so we don't have to wait on Shack Tool for those.
Thank you very much, Anonymous, for the $500 donation. Save the frames, kill the animals. Thank you very much, DMN136, for the $400 donation. Shun the goat and save the animals.
Ivan getting close there. Experiencing the same thing that Wild did. Having to jump out of that.
Yep, everybody collecting the last few Meridia items with Ivan coming up on Ice Clip himself. We'll see what method he decides to use.
Once everyone gets into Norfair again, all the Zoast will be synced back up with all the runners. So that's where the route deviation will end.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Q-Tip, for the $1,000 donation.
Looks good.
I've never been into speedrunning in the past, but I love the Halo 2 run, and I want to give back. Here's 1,000 to kill the animals, balance the challenge, get more donations, and break 2 million.
I think that all of our racers get first try Ice Clip?
I think so.
They all did, yeah.
Round of applause for Ice Clip, people.
All right. So now Behemoth's done with this collection, so he's going to start heading to Norfair. Zoast right behind him.
Behemoth getting the double boost on his way out.
Ivan picking up the best item in the game. I think this is the first spring ball strat we see on Behemoth. It's so good. So here, this is where, wow.
He shot the block to the missile before the power bomb, so it ended up regenerating right before he landed on it the first time. So Zoast is now suddenly ahead because he made the trip to those missiles on the first Cradler visit. Behemoth had the detour, as will the other two racers.
Thank you very much, Anonymous, for the $125 donation. Can't wait to see Mother Brain taken down. Here's to a great week of video games. Kill the animals, save the frames. And thank you very much, The Animals 134, for the $150 donation. Please save us.
But yeah, just to clarify at this point, the routes have converged, and now anybody you see ahead or behind, they're actually ahead or behind. There's no like fake time loss at play here.
Right.
Thank you very much, Max, for the $150 donation. Hey, I love these events, and we can get that 2 million. Also, kill the animals. Thank you very much, Anonymous, for the $125 donation. Save the kill them.
All right, so we see Zoast here heading into Lower Norfair, you know, spring ball strat. And he wants to jump in such a way that he can, missed it. But he wanted to jump in such a way, and we'll see the other runners try for it as well, that you go through the door as a ball, and you can spring ball on the other side and jump across the acid moat here. Here goes Behemoth.
Starting a little far forward.
There we go.
Should be good.
There we go. Just like that. And the spring ball strats in this game, all of them they're really awesome to watch them, but they're also very difficult to execute.
Hey, none of you guys are funny. If you want to prevent cancer, consider standing out in front of the shuttle that's running in front of the hotel on the hour. Thank you.
And as the announcer, I'll say no. Please, do not do that.
There's something interesting there with Behemoth shooting down to kill Golden Torizo. Is normally the other runners, you'll see them just crouch and angle straight up. And Behemoth actually can't do that with his control scheme because he doesn't have an angle down button mapped. And to be crouched and shoot straight up, you have to hold down both angle buttons.
It's the reason he's set up for the gauntlet wraparound's a bit different as well. It's hard for him to adjust, but that's his fault for having a dumb scheme.
Nice double by Ivan leaving Meridia. Behemoth unfortunately missing the spark here, but the screw attack, it's not too much slower anyway.
Right.
As mentioned earlier, Zoast lays a power bomb there because there's a quaking sound effect, and the power bomb kills that and saves time on the door of transition.
Thank you very much, Tarkin Rex, for the $75 donation. Hey, Wild Anaconda, what time is it? Love watching you run randos with Alucard 2004 and the crew. This time I'm actually rooting for you. This goes to Wild's choice and lets us save the animals, then kill them.
Alright, so coming into this is coming up to Ridley here. Gonna do Platterhouse strat to get through this next room quickly, keeping the momentum from the previous room using your space jump. Now with Ridley, it's going to take 20 shots of charged ice wave plasma to dispatch them, so it makes for a pretty short fight in 100% category.
Well, the Ridley fight's changed a lot over the years for 100%. One of the old ones was to farm to 30 supers outside the room. Then it turned to supers and charge shots, and then it just worked out charge shots were quicker.
Zoast throwing in supers because they're more damage per second, if you can find a way to throw them in. It's a little risky because it will matter later. It will affect your ammo for Torian. You obviously want as many supers as you can get from the Metroids.
Right. And it's up to the runner if they want to save the supers or if they want to use them now. Behemoth opting to save his.
Ivan's power bomb just a little bit too short.
Yeah, that was actually kind of interesting to see. So it's doing some like reverse Kegos to get backwards through the platforms.
Wild killing those key hunters on his way down reduces lag in that room from the power bombs enough to be well worth doing so.
Thank you very much, Anonymous, for the $75 donation. Only you can save the animals.
Coming up, Zoast is going to try to freeze this Firefly here, and then get a damage boost off the other Firefly that's over by the E-Tank.
Positions look good.
Yeah, this position does look good, and if it done correctly, he'll land on top of the Firefly. Got it. That's pretty hard to do. It requires some good precision.
Thank you, Anonymous, for the $50 donation. Leave the animals in their natural habitat, an exploding planet.
the
Now,
speedball there, but unfortunately not quite touching the missiles, so not too big of a deal though.
all right, as of right now, Kill the Animals is ahead by about $449, and there is not a whole lot of time left, so if you want to save them, or you want to kill them for that matter, you gotta get that stuff in now, people.
So I think we've got, what, maybe less than 10 minutes now.
10-minute rush, people.
So you see Zoast, Behemoth, and Wild all on their way to Torian now, to the Golden Four. Still has to do a little bit of cleanup before we get there. Zoast taking the leap of faith across with damage boosting off that waiver.
Yeah, Upper North Fair cleanup and Retro cleanup with a detour for a special item in between.
We've still got an interesting Crocomire fight yet.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
So you see Plasma used there, can hitbox enemies if you pass through them right as the shot connects.
Yeah, very useful when you're getting out of Lower North Fair. You can clip right through the Kai Hunters, and it's actually pretty lenient. It's not a very tight trick at all.
Mm-hmm.
Nice damage boost. Not even heading into Ridley. Zoast getting a very nice damage boost. Using his super to knock that gamer off its platform, so it kind of follows him down the room, and then it retouches him by the time the door transition's done and gives him a damage boost.
If you've got a problem with flashing lights, look away now.
Yes.
And she's gone.
That was easy.
Zoast going for spec suit here.
Got it.
Got it, yeah. Easy every time.
So we'll see if he can hold on to it.
Right.
He's intending to use it I think about 4 minutes from now. Certain location, cross over faster.
Right.
But he's gonna be obviously moving Samus the entire time, and since this suit is like having a active Shine Spark charge, there is potential for him to accidentally use the Shine Spark charge as due to whatever movement he's doing, or if he like makes a mistake and doesn't recover properly.
Yeah, all he has to do is hit up or even angle up at the wrong time, and he just accidentally use it.
Yeah, so he's being pretty careful with his inputs here.
Yep.
Behemoth also getting it. It's kind of more complicated than the basic explanation I'm going to give, but the way that works is you have Samus activate the Shine Spark when the knockback timer ends, like the same frame after an unmorph from getting hit by spikes. It's technically 2 frame perfect inputs, like one and then another one 9 frames later, but there's multiple windows for it.
Thank you very much, Bowflex Grandma, for the $150 donation. What would Waluigi do? Kill the animals.
I've been getting the Haru special. Very nice. Not all the way, but it's still very. Getting even a little bit of that in my book anyway is it's worth it.
Thank you, Mr. Zero, for the $256 donation. Last year, I donated to save. This year, within a rounding error, it's kill. People saying the 100% run means you have to save the animals, tell that to Spore Spawn. And speaking of which, thank you very much, Spore Spawn, for the $125 donation.
Who?
I can't believe that you would save the animals, but not me. You don't even come for tea anymore. Best of luck with the runs, and push to $2 million.
Yeah, there's only 2 Super Metroid categories that Spore Spawn appears in anymore, and it's 100% map completion, and its own category, Spore Spawn RTA.
While missing the jump over Crocmire's head, so he'll have to wait it out as normal.
Thank you very much, Anonymous, for the $1,000 donation. He says, save the animals and shun the goat.
Nice
save the animals and shun the goat. Thank you very much, the Dope Fish, for the $3,000 donation. This has been an amazing marathon. Let's close it out right with some dead animals.
So I think both Zoast and Behemoth have held on to their suits so far.
Yeah, I think so too. Nice. Well done.
So that spark work there is pretty much the entire reason for the route change. It saves little time, but it looks cool.
Ooh, Behemoth's a little high there, but still got it.
Did you? I didn't catch if the other 2 runners got, or if Wild got it.
Nah, Wild missed it.
Okay. And arguably, there are, if you could end up actually losing time trying to go for it and ended up missing it because you have to modify your movement so much and you're so conscious of it that you might just end up doing it slower overall anyway.
Yeah, you don't want to play so safe that you're outweighing the gain from it. It saves at most 5 seconds. That assumes that you don't take anything safe in your movement to try to keep it, but you usually end up like spending about a second or 2 like modifying your movement, as you said, to like make sure you hold on to it.
All right, let's see if Behemoth gets reverse safety. Almost. That is still very close.
Yeah, great effort. Got pretty far there.
Pretty good. It's a very difficult strat to do, and it looks awesome. It does save some time.
But we have Zoast and Behemoth collecting the last items of the game. We call this retro cleanup.
So regardless of whatever the outcome may be for this bid war, we are absurdly close to $800,000 raised on this bid war. So thank you very much to all the donators.
Thank you. See, Behemoth coming into what I call the Billy Mays room, because you see the 1 pair of missiles on the pedestal, but wait, there's more right there.
In case you couldn't get enough missiles at this point.
He only has, what, 215? Well, I know 143, but
yeah,
who's counting? This is actually one of my favorite Shine Sparks in the game.
Yeah, it's cool that it's maintained throughout the entire elevator transition.
Yeah.
Because it sort of pauses Samus's state
right
at that point.
And you know, the pirates, Samus just comes flying in. The pirates never saw it coming. We're nearing the last of the item collection here from Zoast and Behemoth. Behemoth just needs 2 more items, and Zoast just needs 1 more now.
Yeah, ever since Zoast was going down the lower north fair about 25 ahead, he's basically maintained that lead over Behemoth this entire time.
Baby Skip could change.
Definitely.
Still change that, yeah.
And Wild looks to be, I guess, a minute ahead of Ivan, maybe a little more. The unfortunate consequence of that earlier gauntlet mistake.
Yeah. And that's a part of the 100% runs. Is the 100% runs is you compare it to any percent, and it's much harder to die in 100% because you just have so many E-tanks. Usually wreck ship. If you're going to die in 100% run, wreck ship is usually where it is. But 100%, so in that virtue, it's harder to die. It's easier to live in 100% run, but I personally think it's much harder to go faster in 100% than probably any other category because there's so many tricks. And when you ended up falling through crumble blocks and doing something that you don't want to, like the gauntlet missiles or the missiles at the Golden Chorizo, that costs a lot of time, unfortunately. And for runners, that's usually a reset. All right, Zoast and Behemoth both in Golden 4 here. Wild coming in Billy May's room, and Zoast, or Ivan working on his way to X-Ray.
Okay, everyone, we're reaching the end game. Out of respect, we are going super serious time. No more noise until the race is finished.
You guys have about, I think, roughly 5 minutes to get your donations in towards Kill and Save the Animals. Once Mother Brain 3 dies, that's when we'll look at the total and determine what we're doing. So coming through here, normally in any percent, when you're dealing with these Metroid rooms, ammo is a huge concern. You really want all the supers that you can get off of these. But here, you'll see them just flying through the rooms as fast as they possibly can, because even if they don't get the super drops that they would like, it's not the end of the run. They can just deal with it with missiles.
If they were really low, they may opt to group room 4, for example, but again, they can't lose the run due to ammo because of how many missiles they have. It just makes Mother Brain 1 slower, depending on the super count they have.
All right, so we see Zoast here going for the baby skip. Got it.
Silence, silence, please, silence.
He even gets it as well. Unfortunately, Zoast is going to have to take a turn-off screw attack since he can't do the. He tried to do one version of the Zebetide skip that doesn't require him to do a spin or a spin jump, so screw attack otherwise messes you up. So because he had to go back to a different strat, he had to turn off screw attack for that.
Alright, screw attack resets your invulnerability when you spin, so you can't do the normal spin jump method. You have to down back, and since he missed that, he decided to turn it off.
Behemoth taking damage intentionally. Both Zoast and Behemoth did that. They have so much health that it doesn't hurt, and they just might as well get rid of some of it now because they're going to be doing something called a stand-up glitch, which will allow them to keep damaging Mother Brain through the Metroid cutscene coming up. The prerequisite for it is if you have 700 or more energy when you get hit by Mother Brain's Hyper Beam, then you'll be able to stand up after the Hyper Beam's over with. And so what they do is, one of the ways to do it is turn off Fairy Suit. Because if you turn off Fairy Suit, if you don't wearing it or you just don't have it on, you'll take 600 damage from Mother Brain's Hyper Beam. And that will bring them low enough that Mother Brain will start into the next phase of the cutscene. They just have to take a little more damage to speed it up. And now there's 2 points during this cutscene that the game will try to root you to the ground. First one's already passed for both runners. The second one is about to come up for Zoast now. And they want to make sure that they're in the air when those 2 moments happen.
It was this kneeling position right there.
Yep.
Since he was in the air, he didn't get affected by it. But if you were on the ground, you get stunned. Now you can use X-ray to free yourself if that happens, but obviously there's no need for these runners. They know what they're doing.
There's a cool little visual cue as well. So there'll be a tiny puff of smoke from when the Metroid attaches.
Now, the reason they're getting so close to Mother Brain's head is while the Metroid's on top of them, the beam will never be able to leave the Metroid that they fire off. So they just try to get as close to Mother Brain as they can, so they're still able to hit them that way. Otherwise, the beam's just absorbed by the Metroid.
Yeah, if you're accurate enough here, you don't even see the third phase.
While attempting SM skip. So.
All right, and that's going to be the cutoff.
All right, everyone, again, hold your applause. Save the animals, get it in.
All right, so we're saving the animals.
Silence, please.
Very nice blue bomber strap by Zoast.
Yeah, I think he forgot he turned screw attack off for a second. He is getting old, his memory's going.
Yeah.
So as an alternative to the down back skip with screw attack on, Wild actually spark zep skipped instead.
See Wild working on Mother Brain right now. I'm heading into Metroid Room 1. And here are your animals. And Zoast didn't shine spark into the door this time.
Hold to the end, people.
And while doing a kind of a damage boost constantly into Mother Brain, every time he does it, scares the living daylights out of me.
Okay, time coming up on Zoast.
Time.
Now.
Oh, there we go.
Time on the Behemoth.
Zoast going for a cheeky missile there, and I couldn't really see his screen, so. of our runners getting the skip.
One of the cues that you can tell with Mother Brain 3 where the transition point really is when the Metroid, as it's on top of Mother Brain's head, when it stops shaking. I think it's the cue I use to determine when you've actually entered the Mother Brain 3 phase and when any damage that you do to Mother Brain actually applies to that phase. Any shots that you do to Mother Brain 4 then don't really apply towards anything. Wild with a very nice stand-up, only needing one shot to finish off Mother Brain 3. Very nice blue bomb from him as well. That's a hard trick to do. You have to use spring ball to jump at just the right time. You can't go too far forward because if you hit the wall, you'll lose your blue suit. I haven't taken a lot of damage, so he can do stand up. Doing the left side Shine Spark.
I like that.
All right. Do force. And time.
Come on, Ivan. How much money did the kill save the animals incentive raise total at the end of the day?
Let me get a calculator.
All the blue
very
bombers
nice.
today.
The total raised from the bid war was $793,706.38.
That's outstanding.
It's insane.
All right, and
And
time.
time.
Good job to all 4 of our runners.
Terrific performance from all men involved. Let's hear it for 2014 champion Ivan. Let's hear it for newcomer Wild Anaconda. Let's hear it for 2016 champion Behemoth. And let's hear it for the champ that runs the camp, 2017 world champion Zoast.
Again, yeah, and again, if anyone is interested in speedrunning Super Metroid and interested in learning the things that you've watched these 4 runners here do today, feel free to drop by. We have a Super Metroid Discord and an IRC. There's a lot of people there that are very knowledgeable about the game. A lot of people are very helpful, and we'll love seeing new faces all the time. Don't be shy. Come ask us, hey, what do you do to get started running this game? It's pretty rewarding too. When you get your PB, when you first started running, it's challenging. Don't get me wrong, it's a very challenging game, but it's very rewarding at the same time.
It's very fun to improve on this game, for sure.
I'll give a shout out to the Elite and RGC. Those are my shout outs.
Yeah, and shout out to so many of the community who's watching and some of the donations that I heard. And people
Shout outs
behind
to the
us
old
too.
man.
All right, we've got our last Air Force coming up.
Let's make it loud.
Usually don't watch the credits for the end of the game, but for this game, there's a special occasion.
It is. It's like you've earned these credits. Usually. All right.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Air Force! Thank you, everyone who's donated, and thank you for watching. That should be 100%.
92.
92. There we
Looks
go.
like we're clear.
Thank you very much, everyone. And with that, we're going to go to a short break.